Good morning, everyone. I'm still Kilo, and what I'm going to try to attempt to prove today is that how I've heard things that the wet weather systems we were given are not efficient or effective. Well, let's see if I can answer that today. I'll dawn myself with a couple of different variations and see if they work. All right, I'm all kitted up. I don't know how well y'all can tell. I also got the over boots on to help cover my feet as well. I'll get more on that in a bit. I'm going to stand directly under the rainwater. See how well y'all can't see at all. As you can see, I'm directly under this rain, and I'm staying relatively dry. Granted, the water is colder than I am, so it'll cool me down regardless. But I have to stay up here for, let's say, about 30 seconds. One Mississippi. Right. And as y'all can kind of see, I'm dripping wet. Granted, if I'm going to wear the jacket, I'm not still on the hood, but I'm not going to wear the boonie cap. Let's see how wet I actually am. I feel colder than I was once I started. So, as y'all can see, I'm relatively dry, given all things considered. The fact I just stood underwater for a good 30 seconds, still getting little drops in the head. Let's start reaching over this way a little bit. As you can see with the boots, my belief is the wet weather pants will go over them, not tucked into them, keep water out of them. So if you're doing ag wash or something like that, or you're really trying to stay dry, they can go down your body, down your boots, and over them. These do not replace boots, they go over the boots. Now, if you're running around running and gunning, you're probably not gonna wear this and you're gonna have to step in the puddle or do whatever you gotta do. Okay, I'm back. I got changed into a more appropriate for my attire wet weather system. Let's try this one out and see how it works. All right, my boots are wet. I didn't feel the need to put on the cover boots. Cover boots again. Cover boots, whatever you want to call them. And yet, I'm still relatively dry. Minus my face and hands a little bit, but I guess that's to be expected. I'm going to throw on another system and we'll check back. Hey, you're just wearing the same thing again. No, I'm actually wearing, I believe, is the extreme cold weather variants of the wet weather rain top jacket and pants. I'm gonna go try these out for y'all and make y'all's opinion on if you're on a court. I'll stand here about 30 seconds if I can see and see how wet I get from it. Again, I figure if you're gonna wear it, you can wear the hood. If you don't wear the hood, well, it won't protect you to the best of its abilities of the jacket. I know most people don't like wearing the pants, and I don't really know the reason to why. Now, as you can see, this is a bit more durable than the regular wet weather top and/or jacket. Those are kind of fragile, and you want to be kind of careful with them. They can get torn very easily. All right, right now I got on a U.S. Army poncho. As far as they don't issue these out anymore, so good luck in getting one. But if you have one or you can acquire one, they're really good to have. Again, as just another layer of addition to keeping yourself dry. That's what a lot of things are. And in wet weather and cold weather, a lot of things should be in addition to, not instead of. Yes, I'm quoting Mr. Harrell there. Now let's see how this does. All right, I feel relatively dry, but let's actually get this thing off, shall we? And I think mostly I'm dry. I think just my back a little bit. There's a hole somewhere in the back. So another thing that, because this is also really small, you can break down into really anything. And something you can use this especially for, other than just covering yourself, is covering gear, equipment, others, even just keep yourself up off the ground. And given the fact how easily this can be wrapped up in a pack, it would be something great to have. Let me try one more thing. Forgive me all, I kind of failed to mention this earlier, but if you're a driver of any kind, or again, you're doing kind of ag wash or something like that, having goggles is always nice to have, because then you can keep water, dirt, etc. out of your eyes. And overall, just nice to have because what's getting through these. Granted, they do fog up and whatnot, and they're kind of, you want to keep them nice. So that's one of those things to have, in addition to the wet weather chemical boots. If you have the chemical gloves, that would serve the same purpose, but those would go over the, you can either go over the sleeve or into the sleeve, and you're just tied tight. Now let me do one more thing, just as like a, it works better than I expected it to in the past, but just the boonie cap itself, it's mostly just keeping the rain off my head and out of my face. So yeah, I know it's running down my back and everywhere else, but like overall my face and immediate chest right here are relatively dry, given all things considered, which I think is actually a pretty good thing, because it's just keeping this out of your face. It just makes me having to do right or do anything a little bit easier. Also keeps the sun out of my face too. So I'm getting soaked now. I like to attempt to stay somewhat dry, but as y'all can see right here, it's still kind of dry, and the drips are dripping off the brim, not into my face, running down my face. All right, thank y'all for watching. I'm still Kilo. Y'all have a good one.